Hi, guys. I temporarily forgot which scene I had this set up on. Hey, Bobo, how are you doing this evening? I'm gonna do my best to be able to, but I've got my chat over here. I'm gonna do my best to follow what y'all are saying, but bear with me if I accidentally forget to look over. I'm doing well, Bobo. How are you doing? Okay, we'll just skip the rest of the video. So yeah, I decided to start replaying Final Fantasy XIV again. And this is not my normal character because I thought I'd start over from the beginning because we've got about probably a year till the next expansion. And I don't know if I'll play through the whole thing in a year, but you know, we'll see. So I made me a bunny boy named Jack Hoppington. I have no shame there. And literally, I'm playing through with the original, outside of the character. Like, the first class I ever played, so I'll be in the same first starting city that I originally did back in the day, so... Once I can get into the server... There we go. And of course, we start off with an opening cutscene. A vision of sorts. And there I am. Or there Jack is.
Here.
With clawed toes, apparently. I've never seen shoes with clawed toes before.
Here. Feel.
Hear and feel what? Step into the light. Up. Looks like Organization 13 showed up. That's wrong franchise, but still.
Hear. Feel. Think.
Okay. About what? And I'm going Super Saiyan. A little early in the game for that. No. I'm just getting really fancy clothes. That my bunny ears stick out of, apparently. Meanwhile, in Skyrim... I'm not that far off. Oi! Oh, pfft. Wrong button. No, don't skip the cutscene. But take the chat window away. I don't have that as well hidden as I thought I did. You were moaning in your sleep and sweating buckets besides. Here we go. That'll be the ether, I reckon. Some are more prone to the sickness than others. No need to fret, though. You'll soon get used to it. Meanwhile, I'm gonna drink booze. And teddy bears. Feeling better, Kupo? You can see us. I had a feeling you could, Kupo. We're Moogles, and we live in this wood. Normal folk can't see or hear us, which makes you special, Kupo. Well, gee, ain't that swell? And seeing as how you're special, maybe you can tell us something. This wood's been restless of late. Lots of strange things happening. Have you chanced to witness anything suspicious, Kupo? Now we're gonna have a drunk Moogle. But of course you haven't. You've only just arrived. Well, there's nothing for it then. We'll just have to keep looking. Nice to meet you, Kupo. Yeah, I don't know what happened to your alcohol, buddy. You gotta cut back more, some anyway. Gridania's still a fair way off, in case you're wondering. Seeing as you're awake, how about you keep me company till we get there? Them young'uns don't much care for conversation, see? Bremont's the name, and Pedlin's me trade. And as for your good self, judging by your unusual garments, I'd say you were one of them new adventurers. Am I warm? I knew it. Going wherever the wind blows, seeking fortune and glory. Now that's what I call living. So long as you can avoid dying, I mean. Ain't no secret that adventuring's a risky business, these days especially. What was it that first attracted you to it? To gain power, to win glory, to amass a fortune, or dots? Hey, Artsy Steph, how are you doing today? Are you having a happy birthday? Artsy says, okay, I have friends named Susie and Roxy, and somehow they've always looked similar to Final Fantasy characters, and they're twins. So to me, those elves are them. Ha ha ha. Doing good, thank you. Well, good, good. Yeah, they're pretty much elves. To gain power, we'll say. Doesn't really matter. Power? As in power to do good? Like protecting the weak and fighting for what's right and all that? Aye, I thought that's what you meant. Well, adventurers do get to do a lot of fighting, that's for sure. You'll never be short of a chance to polish your warcraft in the adventuring business. In this world of Warcraft, that's totally not a competitor to this game. Anyway, when you arrive in town, you'll best enroll in the Adventurers Guild. They'll set you on the right path. And it wouldn't hurt to join a guild, neither. Gridania's home to a few, so if you fancy learning how to fight with a bow, a polearm, or even spells, you should think about seeking them out. Funny that they assumed you meant power in an altruistic way. Yeah, because we're not bad guys. It's not like we're, the evil empire or anything. Just remember, though, there'd be more important things than fortune and glory, such as breathing. Ain't no profit in being dead, and that's for a fact. Halt! Go no further! What's this, then? Oh, that'll wake you up in the morning. What's going on? Skirmish has broken out up ahead, and with the Ixal. For your own safety, you must remain here until you tell us to get out of here. Bloody hells. We shall hold him here. Try to break clear. That was too bleeding close. Nice of the Ixal to send us a welcoming party, though. Eh? Joking aside, this won't be the last time you meet those feathered fiends. Well, not so feathered fiends. So just you take care, all right? By the by, is this your first trip to Gridania? Technically, no, but you'll tell me anyway. Thought not. But I wager there's been some changes since your last visit. Allow a journeyed itinerant to teach you a few things about your destination. The city of Gridania lies slap bang in the middle of the Black Shroud, the biggest luscious forest in all Eorzea. Though it ain't near as lush as it used to be, saying that since the Calamity laid half of it to waste. The destruction prompted a herd of new nasties to move in and give the Ixal unneeded encouragement. Birdmen raids become a daily occurrence. Ah, at long last. Behold Gridania, the forest nation blessed by the elementals.
The Black Shroud, the ancient forest, close to the heart of Eorzea. Beneath the boughs of its towering trees lies the woodland city-state of Gridania.
It's a very seedy town. Get it? Because they're seeds.
Once a sanctuary from the world beyond the hedge, even the mighty elementals, eternal guardians of the forest, could not forestall the coming of the Seventh Umbral Era.
Well, nothing really could.
However, the goddess Nofika was never one to forsake her children, and today she welcomes another brave soul.
I really wish I could have this as a
One
mount.
who may yet play a telling role in the tale of this great realm.
That's putting it mildly. Ah, here's where we part ways, son. I'm off to the markets to deliver me wares. Then it's back to the high road for me. Here, I want you to have this, by way of thanks for keeping me company. Hey, you never did tell me your name, did you? Well, here's an idea. Become the sort of storied personage I can brag about having met, and I'll consider us square. But if you don't know our name, how will you know that we are the person they're talking about? This is a fantasy realm. It's not like they've got television. Oh well.
May the matron take him to her bosom, that he may never want. And in his heart, sow serenity, purity, and sanctity.
And that's the beginning of the game. I need this mouse closer for the other computer. Because chat has moved faster than I was expecting. Hey Raywell, how are you doing today? Artsy Stuff says, I was going to say this is a classic ambush territory. Yeah, definitely. Bobo says he's back. Hey, Artsy Steph. Hey, Raywell. Artsy says hi, Bobo. Artsy then says, that was literally my first thought, because there are trees everywhere. Yeah, it's a seedy town. That would actually be fun to be able to play as the merchant class and cart yourself around. And you do get mounts later in the game, and that would be a fun one to have, I think, just to travel around. I mean, granted, I have a car on one of my my main characters, so it's about even money. I got motorcycles too. So anyway, you there? Yes, you. Your face is not known to me. Newly come to the city, no doubt. maybe. I am... Oh, I forgot about the French names. I'm going to mispronounce a lot of these. I am Bertinant, a wood whaler of Gridania. It is my duty to protect our nation from her enemies while welcoming those who may yet prove her friends. Let us see which you are. Archie says, of course, I totally forgot Cloud rocks around on a bike. That would be extra fun. You'd be surprised. Welcome to Gridania, a vibrant forest nation cradled in the bosom of nature. Please select the control scheme you wish to use. I am playing with a mouse and keyboard. Yeah, and I know that. I'm going to turn some help stuff off here in a second. When you're ready to proceed, speak to what's his name. Okay. I do not want to open the web browser. Thank you. I do need to go in and turn some stuff, make a couple quick changes here. I promise I will be quick, and the worst stuff I'll do off stream. It's not system, it's character. It's under character configuration. I think it's over here in UI settings. Help, here we go. No, I want the tooltips. I think it's display action help. Okay, apply. If I'm right, we'll find out. Nope, that was not the thing. Active help windows. I thought I disabled active help. Oh, I took off the wrong one. Active help. Display active help one. Okay. Apply. Close. Close. Now it shouldn't do that again. Here we go. To be recognized as an To be recognized as an adventurer in the city-state of Gridania, you must first register yourself with the Adventurers Guild. Accept. Another green adventure, I presume. I thought as much. We cannot allow strangers to wander Gridania unchecked and untested. Before you rush off and begin pestering every second citizen for work, I suggest you make yourself known at the Carline Canopy. That's the headquarters of the local Adventurers Guild, in case you're wondering. The Carline Canopy is the building you see behind me. Speak to Mother Mioun within, and she will take you in hand. You have begun a quest. The other fun thing I get to do, I don't know if you can see it where I'm pointing my cursor up here, but I have, you'll see I have 20 letters. I have a lot of mail. There's actually like going to be closer to 60 before it's all said and done with the stuff that gets delivered to every character. Before you pester everyone for work. Wow, I appreciate the self-awareness a bit there of a quest-based game. Yeah. I agree with it, Artsy. Well, what do we have here? What have we here? A wide-eyed and wondering young adventurer. Come to put your name down at the guild, I assume. Welcome. Mioun's my name, or Mother Mioun as most call me, and the Carline Canopy is my place. As the head of the Adventurers Guild in Gridania, I have the honor of providing guidance to the fledgling heroes who pass through our gates. No matter your ambitions, the Guild is here to help you attain them. In return, we expect you to fulfill your duties as an adventurer by assisting the people of Gridania. A fine deal, wouldn't you agree? To an outsider's eye, all may seem well within our nation, but naught could be further from the truth. The people live in a state of constant apprehension. The Ixal and various gangs of common bandits provide an unending supply of trouble. Trouble compounded by the ever-persistent threat of the Garlean Empire to the north, and that's to say nothing of the Calamity. Even now, the wounds have barely begun to heal. Ah, but I speak of it as if you were there. Forgive me. 5 years past, Eorzea was well nigh laid waste when a dread worm emerged from within the lesser moon Dalamud, and rained fire down upon the realm. It is this which people call the Calamity. Scarcely a square mome of the Twelveswood was spared the devastation, yet despite the forest's extensive wounds, not a soul among us can recall precisely how it all happened. We are not paying attention? I am well aware of how improbable that must sound to an outsider. It is improbable, but it's also true. For reasons we can ill explain, the facts surrounding the Calamity are shrouded in mystery. There are as many versions of events as there are people willing to recount them. Yet amidst the hazy recollections and conflicting accounts, all agree on one thing, that Eorzea was saved from certain doom by a band of valiant adventurers. Whatever else we've misremembered, none of us have forgotten the heroes who risked the life and limb for the sake of the realm. And yet, whenever we try to say their names, the words die upon our lips. And whenever we try to call their faces to mind, we see naught but silhouettes amidst a blinding glare. Thus have these adventures come to be known as the Warriors of Light. Ahem. Pray, do not feel daunted by the deeds of legends. We do not ask that you become another Warrior of Light, only that you do what you can to assist the people of Gridania. Great or small, every contribution counts. I trust you'll play your part. All that's left then is to conclude the business of registration. Here's a quill. Scrawl your name right there. Oh, and I would appreciate if you'd use your real name. There is a special place in the 7th Hell for those who use amusing aliases. What's that supposed to mean? Jack Hoppington, And you're quite sure that isn't an amusing alias? Very well. From this moment forward, you're a registered adventurer of the Gridania, nation blessed by the elementals and the bounty of the Twelveswood. The guild expects great things from you. Look at what just arrived. Another God's damned adventurer. Don't you start with that. Adventurers are the very salve that Gridania needs. The Elder Seedseer herself bade us welcome them with open arms. Do you mean to disregard her will? Of course not. Lest you forget, it is my sworn duty to uphold the peace. Am I to blame if outsiders bring mistrust upon themselves? You, adventurer, mind that you do not cause any trouble here, or I shall personally cast you out of this realm and into the 7th Hell. Well, aren't you nice? Pay that outburst no mind. He meant only to counsel you. Suspicious characters have been prowling the Twelveswood of late, you see, and the Wood Whalers feel they cannot afford to take any chances. As is often the way with folks who live in isolation, Gridanians are wont to mistrust things they do not well know, your good self included. Fear not, however, given a catalog of exemplary deeds and no more than a handful of years, the locals will surely warm to you. On behalf of my fellow citizens, I welcome you to Gridania. May you come to consider our nation as your own in time. Now then, may you depend on Old Mother Mune to teach you a few things that every adventurer should know. Alright, getting back to the chat. Artsy says, geez. I'm assuming referring to the amusing aliases. The living definition of gatekeeping. You're not wrong. You are not wrong. And that's the first quest completed. There are many more to come. This concludes the introductory game tutorial. You have taken the first step as an adventurer in the city of Gridania. Listen well to the wisdom of Mother Mune and then go forth and discover the incredible adventures that await you. I'm level 3 now. I should note that as having a character this is my second character. Having a character that's already at max level gets me a bonus to my XP gains on any other character. Plus, I'm on I've got this other little thing up here, a preferred worlds bonus, since I created my character on a brand new world that has this bonus, which means experience earned while below level 90 is dramatically increased. So I'm gonna get OP very fast, if we're being honest. Close to home. Mune, proprietress of the Carline Canopy, wants you to perform 3 tasks that will help you learn the fundamentals of adventuring. Let us begin at the beginning, shall we? Now that you are a formal member of the Adventurers Guild, we must be sure that you have a firm grasp of the fundamentals of adventuring. To that end, I have 3 tasks I wish you to perform. Your first task is to visit the Aetheryte. The massive crystal stands in the middle of the Aetheryte Plaza, not far from the Carline Canopy. As a device that enables instantaneous transportation, the Aetheryte plays a key role in the life of the ever-wandering adventurer. Once you have located the crystal, all you need to do is touch its surface. A member of the Wood Whalers will be present to offer further instruction. For your second task, you are to visit the Archers Guild. There is no better place to learn the art of the bow. Speak with Athelina, and she will explain the benefits of joining the guild. For your third and final task, I would have you visit the markets at the heart of Old Gridania's commercial district. There you shall find weapons and armor, and all the various items that an adventurer might need on his travels. There is, however, more to the markets than buying and selling goods. Speak with Parsemontre? Speak to Parse and listen well to his counsel. The master merchant can be uncooperative at times, to be sure, so be sure to offer him one of my famous eel pies. Like so many men, he is much more charitable when his stomach is full. Here, I made a batch not long ago. I'm a guy. What is that supposed to mean? You have your tasks, Jack. May Nafika guide your path. And one more thing. Should you happen to come across any citizen in need, don't be afraid to proffer a helping hand. I am certain they will be pleased to meet an adventurer in whom they can confide their woes. Granted, the work they offer is unlikely to be realm-shattering importance, but prove your worth and build a reputation, and in time, folk may be more inclined to entrust you with matters of moment. I also suggest that you lend an ear to the smith here in the Canopy. The smiths are trusted representatives of the Adventurers Guild and are an invaluable source of advice for neophyte heroes seeking to attain greatness. And we are in the world fully now, as we can see from the Makote cat girl who was standing right in front of where I spawned. Makotes are the name of that race. Technically, I am a Viera. Zoom out a little bit here. And there's the Aetheryte Plaza. I'll pick up some of these other quests later, though. They're not going to be, most of them are not going to be necessary for anything but maybe fun storytelling. Not the main story, but fun little side stories to help fill out the world. Greetings, adventurer. I see you are faithfully following Mother Mune's instructions. Allow me to offer you a bit of instruction myself. I am Nicaea of the Wood Whalers, and I know a thing or two about the Aetheryte. Yes, that big crystal right there. Aetherites are devices that tap into ethereal energies and are primarily used as a means to travel swiftly from one place to another. It's fast travel. Return and teleport, the most common transportation spells, make direct use of the Aetherites and their connection to the flow of ether. And as these devices are found in almost every corner of Eorzea, any adventurer worthy of the name can wish to seek out and attune himself to each one. Truly few things in this world are so useful for the intrepid explorer. But you need not locate them all at once. Before rushing out into the wilds, I suggest you start with the Aetherites found here in Gridania. Should you wish to learn more about the Aetherite or transportation magic, I am here to answer your questions. Assuming I can find you in the crowd. You attune with the Aetherite. You are now able to use the return spell. It's not so crowded at the moment. Not like I thought it looked earlier. So how are y'all doing this fine evening? In case you're curious, Jacob and his wife Ashley are having a little retreat tonight, and he asked if we would postpone the episode until Monday, which we're doing. I knew about that a week ago, so I thought this would be fun to hold, to fill the time while they're out having a good time themselves. Arthur is doing good. When I heard the NPC say "Welcome Adventure," it made me think of those videos making fun of MMOs. Yeah, it's fair. Basically, these are smaller quick travel points within the city I can use. I just have to attune to them as well. Ah, there's Athelina. Greetings, friend. You have found your way to the Archers Guild. Do you seek to uncover the secrets of our art? Ah, now that I think on it, you have the look of one who has received Mother Mune's gentle instruction. Very well, I shall give you a brief introduction to archery and the Archers Guild. The skills practiced by our archers allow them to gauge an enemy's weakness from afar and turn the tide of battle with a single well-placed arrow. Should you join us, you will be taught to do the same. Archery as practiced in Gridania was born of two distinct styles of bowmanship. The first was devised by the longbow sentries of the Elezen. Elezen are, by the way, are the elves. Who once ruled the lowlands, while the second belonged to the shortbow hunters of the formerly nomadic Mikote. As they will doubtless be aware, both races ultimately came to call the Twelveswood home. Though the two people began as rivals, they gradually learned to live together in harmony. During this time, they learned from one another their two schools of archery intermingling to give birth to the art as it is known today. For a time, the bow was used primarily for hunting, but as the hunters vied with one another to prove who was the better shot, there emerged a group of archers whose ultimate goal lay not in practical pursuit of prey, but in perfection. Thus was the Archers Guild born from the ranks of the Trappers League. It is a way of the guild to promote greatness in archery through friendly competition, and the result of our methods can be seen in the vaunted archers of the God's Quiver, many of whom spent their formative years loosing arrows at the guild's practice butts. I hope that gives you a better idea of who we are and what we do here. Oh ho, do I see the spark of ambition flare within your eyes? If you wish to draw a string with the finest archers in Eorzea, look no further than the Archers Guild. Before you can enlist, however, you must gain the approval of the Guildmaster. Once you are ready to proceed, speak with me again, and we can begin seeing about your enrollment. So, are you resolved to join the Archers Guild? Athelina wishes you to reaffirm your desire to join the Archers Guild. The look in your eye bespeaks your determination. It would be my pleasure to refer you to Guildmaster Lucienne. Lest you worry unduly, Lucienne is an affable and kind-hearted woman. Even those not of the guild are known to seek her counsel on various matters, and ever have they been given fair hearing. Lucienne awaits you in the training area yonder. Present yourself before her and impress upon her your desire to join the guild. Ah. Greetings, adventurer. I am told you wish to join our ranks. I am Lucienne, the master of the Archers Guild, and I bid you welcome. Our doors are open to all who have the will to learn. Allow me to explain the basics of our art and offer you a foretaste of we teach the members of our guild. The bow's greatest advantage is its range. Unlike those arms used in other disciplines of war, it allows one to strike at the enemy from afar. Though the bow may not boast the destructive force of a sword or spear, its myriad strategic applications more than compensate for the shortcoming. An experienced archer can That's not a run-on sentence. An experienced archer can immobilize an enemy by striking a leg or sap its strength with a poisoned arrow. Rise to become a virtuoso of archery, and a veritable deluge of death will be yours to rain down upon your foes. By fighting from a distance, we can better assess the battlefield and thereby determine the most advantageous course of action. This is of paramount import, as our role in battle is to exploit the enemy's weakness, with the requisite placement and timing, but a single arrow may serve to turn the tide. To this end, the guild seeks to instill a discerning eye within its members, that they might learn to strike at vulnerabilities swiftly and surely. Now, any half-wit can bend the bow, but it's no simple undertaking to become a skilled archer. You must be prepared for a long and arduous journey. Are you resolved to complete that journey? Will you dedicate yourself to archery? Yes. Very well. Now, before proceeding any further, I must needs gauge your innate aptitude for archery. To this end, I hereby assign you the following trial. Slay the squirrels, ladybugs, and fungars that roam just beyond the city walls. 3 of each should suffice. In doing so, you will prove your fitness to join the Archers Guild. Report back to me when the task is accomplished. I doubt that it will trouble you unduly. Artsy says, "Prove your worth, peasant." Oh, I figured she'd be a bit more haughty about it. Yeah, I get that. And I'll go ahead and grab this while I'm here. Ephmebus of the Archers Guild wishes you to deliver a sealed message to the markets. I'm heading there anyway. Hail, adventurer, might you have a moment? I am in need of a trustworthy soul to deliver a missive to Parnell. You can find her in the Shaded Bower, in the midst of the markets. Why would I not simply go and speak with her myself? Well, as I'm sure you've observed, Gridanians have a tendency to be rather... in person, they can be, well, a little on the prickly side. The matter is not urgent. Simply hand over the missive the next time you find yourself in the markets. Please, as a favor from one adventurer to another. Okay. Do I not have run? Oh, here's... I don't know why this isn't already on my bar. That's weird. Alright. Move a little bit faster. Welcome to the markets. Let's speak to Parnell first. Greetings, sir. Might you be looking to secure the services of a retainer? Not right now. What's this? A missive from Ephmebus, you say? Whatever could it be about? Let me see now. She wants to know about the available stock of potions at the markets. Hardly a matter that warrants a letter, much less the hiring of a courier. Why could she not ask the question in person? I sense that adventurers from beyond our borders find Gridanians somewhat difficult to deal with. Are we truly so devoid of warmth? If we mistrust outsiders, it's only because so many of them have brought chaos to the Twelveswood, and such sins as theirs are not soon forgotten. Yet I suppose we might endeavor to be a little less cold. It's our second quest done. And we'll talk to Parse here. By what right does a fledgling adventurer presume to address Parsemontre, master of the markets? I had to use his real name since he's talking. You think you could stroll in here, bold as you please, and demand my hard-earned knowledge? Ha! A merchant does not for naught, especially when dealing with would-be heroes. If, on the other hand, you had some tasty morsel to curry my favor, then I might reconsider your request. Come now, this whole encounter reeks of Mioun's handiwork, and more specifically of her baking. Don't get so surprised, son. I smell that eel pie of yours a mile away. Hand it over. Well, at least you're nice about it. That flaky crust, just divine. Very well, I am a man of my word. Pay close attention, for I shall only explain this once. The aspiring adventurer need look no further than the rosewood and ebony stalls. Both are but a short stroll from where we stand. If you mean to do battle, you best be prepared with a quality set of weapons and armor. Such goods are the province of the Rosewood Stalls, directly south of here. You will be pleased to learn that the merchants of Gridania are exceedingly particular when it comes to craftsmanship, so you needn't fear defective straps and the like. If it's potions and paraphernalia you seek, head north to the Ebony Stalls. The shelves there are lavishly stocked by widely traveled Ul'Dan merchants, and may I truly say that I have seen things amongst their myriad wares that I scarce knew existed. Do you follow me thus far? The first step in any purchase is to select the stalls that meet your needs, and you may concern yourself with price and profit. There is little more I can teach you with mere words. Go pursue the stalls and see for yourself that what wares they offer. There is no substitute for first-hand experience, after all, and I am weary of talking, unless you have another real pie. So here's a fun fact that you can kind of see right here. All of the writing in this game, that's like in the environment, while it all looks flowy and hard to read, it is actually English, just with a very funky fonts. So after a while, you can kind of read what a lot of the words are saying, like right here where it says no entry. Just a fun little thing. Even in the Japanese version, it's in English. Oh, Parse, you got another quest for me? The Master of the Markets, Parse is willing to permit an adventurer to assist him in fulfilling an order from the Lancers Guild. Huh, may I take it from your previous... I take it my previous explanation did not suffice to sate your curiosity. Very well, if you wish to know more of the markets, I shall give you a practical education free of charge. As Master of the Markets, I entertain many requests, this order from the Whalers, for example, but I delegate their fulfillment to my hirelings, that I might tend to such tasks as I alone am capable of performing. For your personal betterment, I shall delegate the fulfillment of this particular request to you. I bid you search the stalls for a bone spearhead, a pot of beeswax oil, and a length of brambleweed rope, and deliver them to Cienglid of the Lancers Guild. There is much and more to be found in these stalls if you have the dedication to seek and the coin to procure it. However, as my representative, you need only offer my name as payment. None will deny me. In fact, many will be too eager to part with their wares, so numerous are their debts I am owed. A fine proposition, is it not? I am spared a simple task, and you may gain priceless mercantile experience. Why, I should rightly charge you for such an opportunity. But worry not, I am a man of my word, and the terms will stand. Deliver the goods to Cienglid, and she may even see fit to reward you. Well, that would be nice of her. Add me, I need to pick some stuff up. Welcome, welcome. At the behest of good Master Parse, you say? To what do we owe the pleasure of your company today, my lord? May I take this opportunity to say that it is an honor and a privilege to serve you. Ah, but you must have your beeswax oil without delay. Yes, yes. Feel free to take as much as you require, and you will, of course, inform Master Parse that I am only too happy to accommodate his needs, yes? Sorry, mate, we ain't open yet. Oh, we want to Parse's? Well, then let me see what was it you said you wanted? A bone spearhead? Ah, here she is. Take it and tell that bastard we're square. Yes, you can actually read what a lot of the words are saying. I know how stupid that sounds, but it's not fake. It's not a fake language. You know, if we were playing, say, Star Wars: The Old Republic, their MMO, the writing on the wall in the environment you wouldn't be able to read because it's in whatever the name of that language is. That's what I was getting at. You got discerning eyes, sir. The craftsmanship's truly something, ain't it? Perfect for securing any manner of parse. Gods, if I never hear that bloody name again, it'll be too soon. Ah, there I was thinking I might make a guild today. Here, take the damn brambleweed rope and bugger off. And yeah, I'm just reading it as the script says. What business have you with me, adventurer? Huh? You have come upon the bidding of Master Parse? Yes, here's your bone spearhead, your beeswax oil, and your brambleweed rope. In fact, hang on. The bone of some large mammal whittled down to a sharp point. 1 part softened beeswax mixed with 2 parts olive oil, used to treat leather. A thick, sturdy rope twisted from common brambleweed. Sometimes there's some funny in there. That's why I double check to read those. So soon? I am impressed. I placed my order only a short time ago. Hey, here are all the items I requested. Truly, Master Parse is every bit as resourceful as they say. You are fortunate to work under such a man. You would do well to mold yourself in his image, if you have any aspirations as a merchant. Complete. Now, I could go back and report to Mother Mune right now, but I'm going to go ahead and step out into the main area and go ahead and take care of these ground squirrels and ladybugs and such. Excuse me. So this is the same entrance I came in a second ago. The Blue Badger Gate. All right, let's take out some squirrels and ladybugs. Oh. You know, be able to hit a squirrel and ladybug at this distance, you gotta be really accurate. You spawned in the wrong spot, Bucky boy. Why am I... Oh, hang on. I have done something because now I'm stuck RP walking. Keybind. Ah. There we go. there's the little forest fungars. Funguar? Mushrooms. We're attacking mushrooms. Two more of those to go. All right. Hey, Quigley, how are you doing? Artsy says they needed a delicious and dungeon update where you can have an option to cook up the monsters. They have had other interesting crossovers. They did one with Yokai Watch where you actually had to go around and try to capture the yokai, and you got a little you got minions for doing it, so you actually still can walk around with them. Get a nice mushroom stew. You're not wrong. I kind of agree with you. And there is a cooking thing, so it's not like you can't like get ingredients for such things. The conquering hero returns. You've completed my little tasks, I trust? The 3 locations you visited will feature prominently in your life as an adventurer. It is best you grow familiar with them as soon as possible. And you took the time to listen to the woes of citizenry. I cannot emphasize enough how important it is that you lend your talents to one and all, no matter how trivial the matter may seem. I am thankful that you are an obliging sort, Jack. It is adventurers like you who will win the hearts of the locals and pave the way for those who follow. I pray Gerdani can rely on your aid in struggles to come. I am now level 5. Actually, yeah, I'm now level 5, which means I can go ahead and start, once I go and turn in the class quest, I can start another one. Mune wishes to send an adventurer to the instructor at the Bannock. Jack, have you visited the Bannock on your wanderings? No, I haven't. It is a training ground found just outside the city where the soldiers of the Order of the Twin Adder are drilled into swordplay and other martial matters. I mention this because an acquaintance of mine, a gentleman by the name of Galfried, is an instructor there, and I think you may be of use to him. Go and introduce yourself and find out if there's anything you can do to help. Mind you do not stray far from the path. The Twellswood is no place for merry strolls through the underbrush. Artsy says, Retro instantly thought of the Time Warp song, as I'm sure is the idea. Oh, I had to jump back up. Doing well adding 2025 clicks to the Time Warp so that Paul will get off my case. Well, I enjoy running those to annoy you and other people. And well, I mean not to annoy you. I enjoy playing those in your streams. And somebody out there needs to get the shout out clip roulette things to play again. I miss those in people's streams. I know that's not specifically a you issue because it was where you got it from, but it would be nice if other places could do that, because I noticed like all died at once. Hi, Lucian. Welcome back, Jack. It would seem you have successfully completed the trial. You have proven yourself worthy of a place within these halls. It is with pleasure that I name you an Archer of the Guild. As fellows of the Path, let us together strive for greater mastery of our art. Now, though you may be a member of the Archers Guild, know that your seniors will not coddle you with personal attention. It is up to you to seek out the experiences you need to grow as an archer. To this end, I present you with this hunting log. Written within are the names of such creatures as would provide a fitting challenge. Should you find yourself lacking direction, you would do well to refer to the log. By way of first step, I encourage you to practice proper technique, loose arrow after arrow, paying close attention to form until the movement becomes second nature. When drawing your bowstring has become as natural to you as drawing breath, and the world seems clearer when viewed down the shaft of an arrow, return to me. Go well, my young apprentice. Next Archer Quest will be available from Lucian upon reaching level 5, which I already am. That meant a lot more when it actually took a lot of experience points to level up at this stage of the game. They shortened that a long time ago. A matter of perspective. Guildmaster Lucian wishes to instruct you on the fundamentals of archery. Good evening to you, Jack. I felt that it was about time you have returned. Have you grown more accustomed to the bow? Before you go any further, I wish to ensure that you have grasped the fundamentals essential to archery. Tell me, Jack, do you truly understand what it means to see clearly? To see clearly is not merely to look, it is to observe with intent. Fail to do this, and no amount of talent with a bow will avail you. An archer must remain vigilant for any traces of his target, overlooking not the smallest detail lest it prove crucial to the realization of his purpose. He must, in short, see clearly. The coming task will test your powers of observation. A number of targets have been hidden throughout the city. I would have you seek out and destroy them. Each will fall easily to your heavy shot technique. When you have completed the task, return to me and we will continue. Retro says, well, we don't drop the song from Rocky Horror Picture Show, but yeah. I mean, Time Warp can be referred to from lots of things. Technically. Alright. Shoot the archery butt. Oh. Yeah. I will have to fix my keybinds between play sessions. Because I am used to this, used to these entirely differently. That's still orange. So is there another one around here? Okay, that one's gone. I don't see any more sparkly. Well, I'll come back if I don't find it. Don't be a butthead, quit smoking. Well, I don't smoke, so... At least I get to shoot things in the butt. There's one right up there. There's one over here. Yep, there it is. Retro says, I was looking at the list of movies and I forgot, are you able to ever do a recording on a Monday? Or does it have to be Fridays? If necessary, we can move it to Monday. We just, by default, schedule for the Friday and then work things around if we need to. So yeah, if you want to do one, but you only do it on Monday, let us know. We will work something out. One way or another, even if it's not we can't do it that particular Monday. We have to and have to do it on a different one. We'll still get it figured out. None of those dates are locked in stone. Getting the feeling I'm missing it somewhere. Ah, there it is. Raywell says to Retro, who let you in? Well, unfortunately, Raywell, I don't have a lock. Ah, you have returned. I trust you have begun to comprehend the crucial importance of seeing clearly. The next trial will test your powers of observation in battle. Travel to the North Shroud, and there put down 8 Microchews and 8 Opo-Opos. In contrast to the inanimate and wholly unthreatening target of the previous trial, these creatures may be relied upon to move around and fight back. Nor are those the only differences. Being comparatively numerous, Microchews and Opo-Opos are anything but difficult to find, and yet you may be assured that their tasks will test your powers of observation, albeit in a different manner. This time you will need to evaluate the abilities of your opponent. In so doing, you will learn, amongst other things, that Microchews produce a poison that can quickly sap one's strength, while Opo-Opos, like archers, possess the advantage of range. Knowing their strengths, how will you go about mitigating them? If you commence your attacks before identifying an effective strategy, you will soon be made to regret your folly. But if you take the time to observe their targets from afar, you will surely glean the knowledge necessary to defeat them. I look forward to hearing your success, Jack. So we got to go north of town. Retro says to me, if you did have a lock, I could pick it, because it would probably be set to 3P5. No, it probably wouldn't be 3P5. Maybe... it'd probably be closer like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but that's just a coincidence. Raywell says you missed the words of wisdom earlier, Retro. You can actually read what a lot of the words are saying. I was referring to in-game. Not these words. Not these words. But like, I can find one. Like this right here. That, West Shore Pier. I'm sorry, that it says East Shroud. That's West Shore Pier. And then you have the lavender beds. And granted, it's said right here in English, but the fact that on the artwork, once you understand how to read their font, the fact that it is actually English. Heck, right here you can see Lancers Guild, Whaling Barracks. That's all I was pointing out. Whoa, so instead of don't read this, it can be you can read this. Fine. I see how it is. This is what it... I know that this is how these live stream things go. I say something stupid, and it gets thrown back at me. I do the same thing to Roy. Sorry, Quigley. I do the same thing to Quigley. You're fine. Arthur says, live stream love language, messing with one another. Yeah, that's pretty much true. Which, by the way, we're currently set up for New Year's here. Even little snowmen in a raining forest. This is not where the New Year's event takes place. It's over in one of the other starting cities. But they do put decorations in town from time to time. North Shroud. Oh yeah. Retro says, "You have finally learned the name ain't Roy. Very good," in Arnold's voice. Yeah, your name's Quigley, right? Artsy Stuff says, "Aw, how cute. Rest in peace, snowmen. They will soon be dead. I can't read. They will soon be dead. And thankfully, I won't be gone that long." Retro says to Artsy, "No, I should only be adored and admired. There's nothing I do to be messed with." Whatever helps you sleep at night, Quigley. Artsy laughs. Ground squirrels, midget swarms. There's my Opos. And I keep hitting that button. I'm gonna have to fix that. But I'm not gonna do it in the stream because it's boring to watch me play with keybinds. These are level 9. And I'm only level 5. Correction, level 6. Here, Mr. Oppo. Ooh, I got... Okay, so now I've got all 3 of my main rotation here. Or at least from what I remember from way back in the day. Hang on, I need to fix something. There we go. Okay. I need to be able to read my chat window, but in case somebody out there posts something they don't realize is being streamed, that won't get said out there. Artsy says, "This is how old I am. I hear Quigley and think of that character from Tom Selleck played in the 80s. Funny you should mention that, Artsy. That's what the entire meme comes from. A couple years ago, I guest hosted on Retro Rewind to review the film Quigley Down Under. And I'm dead, by the way. Yeah, go ahead. I'd say give me a rip, but that won't do anything on mine. I don't have a rip counter set up. But basically, when I came in and when he introduced me, I came in and said, "Well, howdy, Roy," much like Crazy Cora does to Quigley throughout the whole movie, despite the fact Quigley's name is not Roy. And that's become the running gag for however long it's been since there. Well, about a week ago, I think it was about a week ago, I'm in Geek Devotions' stream, and I do the whole, howdy Roy and the thing, and it just occurred to me. And I texted back, would you prefer to be called Quigley? Technically, he didn't say no. So now I'm calling him Quigley. I have evolved the meme. Pray I don't evolve it any further. Okay, I've got 3 more Opo-Opos to take out, and then I gotta go find the other dudes. Hey, Bobo, how are you doing? Let it heal. Yeah. Let it heal up before I go to slay that last Opo-Opo. Nine clips for your 2025 Time Warp. Well, at least it's a good variety. Alright, that's all the Opo-Opos. Now I need to find the Microchews. Microchew, I choose you to come out here and let me smack you upside the head. I don't want to do the fate. Ah, they're north of here. Hi, Ixali. I don't want to deal with y'all. Run away! Run away! Okay, good. They went back. Now we'll take out the Microchews. Got 8 more of those to take out. These are weaker than those Opo-Opos were. Level 7. That will slow down. Oops. I attacked the wrong thing. I'll still get experience from it, but it's not what I need for my quest. Oh, there you are. Wish I had some multi-shot hit. I could attack multiple things at once, because one at a time is kind of slow. Admittedly, I'm also used to a speed that's a lot faster than this at endgame, so... Arson says, I was going to say it's been pretty consistent on the leveling up. By the time once I hit level 10, it's going to really slow down, I think. Because, I mean, I'm still technically doing this is a level 5 quest. I believe, is what it said. I'm going the wrong way. There we go. I just noticed something else here. Hang on. Things that should be on my hotbars that aren't. Return, and just to make sure we're taking care of it. Oh, I hadn't unlocked that yet, so that's not on there. I don't have teleport yet. Since I do have return, we'll return. And then we'll go turn that in. And yeah, I could have took that other teleport to here, but I didn't think about it. We return to Quiver's Hold. Alright, I took out your stuff, Lucianne. Welcome back, young Jack. Tell me, were you able to put your techniques to good use? When faced with an enemy who can attack from a distance, simply raining arrows upon him is wasteful and dangerous both. The battle would be not more than a contest of strength. By employing the appropriate technique, however, you may bring down one's foes with greater ease and fewer arrows. For instance, you may choose to prime your weapon well and strike hard, or employ toxins to sap their strength over time. Okay, I could be wrong about this, but a lot of this text has not been changed to fit mechanics. And in recent years, they have redone the jobs, or the classes, in such a way where I don't have as many actions that I can take at this level like I could have way back in, like when the game first came out 10, 15 years ago. 10 years ago, I think. Anyway, so they haven't changed the text here. So the irony being, all I really did is what she said. I just rained arrows from afar. I didn't really put much thought into whether I was using toxins or not. And I would not be surprised if maybe originally, and kind of what I remember when I first played the game, which was admittedly after the first expansion came out, I think you did have a little bit more to play with at the time. But that's not true, of course, anymore. On the assumptions that this fact dawned upon you prior to the fall of your 16th target, I congratulate you on passing the trial. Lee, Silver, what is your honest evaluation? Not bad, if you ask me. The adventurer pulls a good bow and is enthusiastic besides. Pleasure to meet you. My name is Leah Alipo, and this is my second year at the guild. It is quite plain that you have talent with a bow, but you must take care to mind your surroundings when you're pursuing a target. I had my eye on you for the duration of your trial, and not once did you notice my presence. You're right, I didn't. Mind your surroundings? That is rich coming from you. Your every movement is wasteful, adventurer. Your back is crooked and your elbows misaligned. It takes you an age to prime your bow and twice as long to loose an arrow. In summary, you fail on all counts. You have no talent as an archer, none whatsoever. I shall say it again, Lucian. This man is not fit to wield a bow. For our sake and his, we should revoke his membership. Well, thank you, Bucky boy. And as I've always said, outsiders can scarce be expected to understand, never mind master, our noble art. We waste our breath trying to teach his like. Well, allow me to introduce you to Silver, our comrade at the butts. The fellow was once one of the gods' quiver, you see, and he can be a little opinionated when it comes to archery. Oh, but you mustn't pay him any heed. He's like that to everyone. Yeah, he's a bit of a butt himself, isn't he? You'll be lucky to get much sense out of a fossil-brained wildwood Ellison like him at the best of times. Oh, it's always 12s with this and 12s with that, and oh, no offense intended, Lucian. None taken, Lee. I know full well that some of my kind can be prideful to excess and intolerant of other races. Although people may behold the same object, ever will they see different things. There is no right or wrong to it, for it is a question of perspective. What matters is the perspective we choose to adopt. You are possessed of bright eyes, Jack, eyes that bespeak great understanding. They shan't lead you astray, so trust to them and to what they see. Go now and resume your training. I look forward to marking your progress when next we meet. Getting back with the chat. Retro says you want to make sure your mechanics are not only good but honest. Hate to get overcharged for auto repair. Quigley, I would love to say that that's an original joke. Unfortunately, I have heard the mechanics joke about repairs and such so many times in this game. It's not even funny anymore. But no, I get what you're saying. Arthur says, more gatekeeping. Yeah, pretty much. Oh, he's just straight up racist. He is very prideful, and I wouldn't say racist per se, because he obviously doesn't have any trouble with the Makote girl, other than just thinking she's incorrect in her assumption, in her what she observed. He's really more xenophobic, because he just doesn't like outsiders. That's just how I see it. Oh, you want a new mechanics joke? If you can come up with one. So I actually need to pick a reward here. And I'm going to go with the tunic. Oh. Book of Gaming just subscribed. I forgot I had those things on there. Hi, Book of Gaming. I'm assuming you're there. How are you doing this fine day? Oh, geez. I forgot I had I forgot I had alerts. I'm going with the custom-made tunic. Well, Book, I'm not technically an affiliate now. I came in under that whole thing where they gave everybody that stuff, so... Yay. I need to actually equip some stuff here. Nope, wrong thing. Nope, that was correct. It's that I need to open. Okay, so I need to... I probably could have upgraded this bow earlier. I just didn't. So that's there. And... there. Oh, well, thank you anyway, Book. How are you doing tonight? Are you not streaming? Because this would be about the time you'd be getting going, I would think. Or at least be going through your Bible study section. Okay, so now we got to go out to the Bannock. And at least it's sunny out at the moment. Ah, you're under the weather. Sorry, I hope you get to feeling better, man. I'm not doing too great, but at least I'm not coughing and sneezing at the moment. I have felt my nose want to get a little buzzy, I guess is the word, as I'm doing so much talking. With reading everything that all the characters are saying, since I am nowhere near the part of the game where there's a ton of voice acting. Artsy says to Book, hope you get feeling better. Book thanks her. Retro says, that stinks, Book. I'm finally over the cold I had. And then Retro says to me, I asked the mechanic for a book on how to fix automatic gearboxes, but he only has manuals. That's not bad. I've heard worse, but it's not bad. And here we are at the Bannock. I probably was supposed to come down this path right here, but oh well. Greetings, Jack Hoppington. Mune sent word to expect you. My name is Galfried, and I am responsible for training our Twin Adder recruits. I'm glad you are volunteering for your assistance. The Twelveswood is much changed since the calamitous arrival of the 7th Umbral Era 5 years ago. The power of the elementals wanes, and the harmony of the forest gives way to chaos. A great abundance of life has been lost as the strong run rampant, stifling the weak and new sprung. Though it may not appear so to the eyes of an outsider, the Twelveswood is ailing, its once rich variety of a fading memory. For the citizens of Gridania, the restoration of the forest is a sacred duty, and it is my hope that adventurers such as you will offer to aid them in their struggle. Listen to their requests and do all that you can. May the elementals bless your endeavors, Jack Hoppington. And I'll take the boots. And I'll go ahead and equip the boots while I'm thinking about it. Hang on. Book says to Retro, so it's your cold. Yeah. Retro says, a person walks into the auto shop and says, I'd like a gas cap for my Kia. The car mechanic thinks for a few minutes and says, okay, that seems like a fair trade. But it's a Kia. I'm messing with y'all who have Kias. Retro says, that's right, it was me and my Rising Thunder. Rising Thunder. Rising Thunder. Artsy says, literally, that cold has been hopping all over the country. Mom and I got ours within the last week. I got mine when the weather here went from like 80 degrees last Sunday to 20 degrees that night and Monday morning. That's when I got it. And it's back up. It got it back up to like 75 today. Oh, sorry. Book of Gaming says, "Sigh, that's our Roy," which Retro says, "Name ain't Roy." Retro then asks Artsy if she's feeling better. Yeah, and Artsy says, "Yes, been normal about 3 or 4 days." Quigley says, "I saw a mechanic fix the tailpipe of a car. It looked exhausting." Bobo says, "I reckon he was quite tired." Bobo says, "I miss 75. It's weird at 75. We are literally on our hottest winter on record, I believe. Book just says, "Yeah, Texas is weird." Bobo says, "Going to be about 5 months easy before I can feel that again." All right, so if I'm remembering correctly, yeah, it's this one. Passing muster. Galfried, chief instructor of the Bannock, wishes to inspect your equipment and thereby gauge your readiness for future missions. I see you are eager to lend a hand, Jack. That is well, but I cannot, in good conscience, send you into the forest until I have established that your equipment is equal to the task. It bears repeating that in the 5 years, blah blah blah, 7th Emerald Era, many of the 12 creatures are transformed, blah 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 blah. Venturing into the forest without the proper gear is tantamount to suicide. I suggest you take some time to evaluate your equipment. Once you deem your armor to be of sufficient quality, present yourself to me for your inspection. Equip your head, body, hands, legs, and feet with gear level 5 or above before returning to speak with Galfried. So let's see what I don't have yet. I don't have anything for head. So I need head. I've got level 6 for body, level 5. Starts off at level 5 for the arms. Those are level 5 too. Oh, I'm looking at the wrong. I think I just need the head. There is that. There we are. There's a merchant. Oh, right over here. I can get some gear out. Purchase battle gear. A leather eye patch. If that'll get me in, we'll do it. And indeed, the quest marker turned green, which means it's ready for turn-in. Ready for inspection, are we? Right then. Eyes forward, back straight. Yes, I think you pass muster. You would be surprised how many young, promising soldiers get themselves killed by rushing off into the woods without first donning a decent set of armor. Your equipment, however, should provide you the degree of protection. Consider yourself ready for duty, Jack. And then you're going to go ahead and give me a maple short bow, which is nice of you. Assuming I didn't already have a maple short bow. I already had a maple short bow, so that's money. Ah, Jack, by your tireless efforts, you have proven yourself a friend to Gridania. When did I do that? I believe you can be trusted with sensitive intelligence. I would assign you a mission of considerable import, yet the need for secrecy prevents me from disclosing the details until you have pledged your participation. I am authorized to tell you that it only concerns suspicious activity in the Twelveswood. Say that you will lend us your aid, and I shall proceed with the briefing. So, it may not be obvious, but we just skipped over a bunch of quests that they took out of the main scenario about 5-6 years ago to make leveling through the game faster, because, and quite frankly, it's gonna to get through everything takes a while at this point. And admittedly, the original base game, which is 1 to 50, can get a little bogged down from time to time. So they slimmed it down considerably back then, and this was one of the places where we just skipped over a bunch of the extras. Chasing Shadows. Galfried needs an adventurer to investigate suspicious activity in the Twelveswood. And I did not have my phone on silent. Okay. Good. Time is of the essence, so listen well. You will by now have heard that a suspicious individual has been seen prowling the Twelveswood. And you may also be aware that Exali activity has risen sharply in the region of late. What you may not know is that the increase coincided almost exactly with the first recorded sighting of the aforementioned individuals. Suspecting a connection, we tightened our surveillance in hopes of tracking down our unknown visitor. Alas, our quarry is proving to be exceedingly elusive, almost as if he knows our movements ahead of time. But where whole units have failed, a lone adventurer may yet succeed. Acting independently and covertly, you may be able to close in on our quarry unnoticed. Fear and anxiety are beginning to take their toll upon the citizenry, Jack. For their sake, I ask that you aid us in our investigation. You have my gratitude. With your help, I am hopeful we will shed light upon this mystery. Begin your search at Lifemen Stump. It is there that the majority of the sightings took place. Be forewarned, my people cannot offer you support, lest our quarry catch scent of our presence and evade us yet again. Proceed with caution. Quigley says, going to need to go soon, but we'll leave a lurk up. Thank you, Francisco, really. I do appreciate that. And if I don't see you before I get off stream, you have a good evening. But we are going to continue on. We have a date with a stump. There's the stump, and a magic blade is stuck in it. Check on it. You are about to enter an instance battle. Instance battles only occur during certain quests and missions. Take a moment to read the information displayed in the active help window before answering the call of duty. This is not that game. This is not Call of Duty. Duty calls. Commence battle for chasing shadows. Level sync is in effect. Blah, 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 blah. So what this is basically is, like I said, it's a single player instance battle, meaning I can't get help on this if somebody walks up. Technically, any of the others, if somebody happened to walk up, they could have attacked the enemies I was fighting. This, it will be just me and whatever NPCs it decides to give me. So the fact that it's level 9 and I am level 9 does feel nice, at least. So we'll just go ahead and jump into it. If I were in a party with some other players, just leveling at the same time, I'd have to leave for this to do this.
Look, someone's already here.
And we have voice acting. I'm going to turn on the text auto advance so I don't have to keep clicking.
Oh dear. Is that a sword in the stump? Bad idea. Really bad idea.
It ain't good.
It takes a lot less than that to incite the Greenwrath, you know? Why, the first time we came to the Twelves Wood, we almost ended up as a stranger.
I love how nobody's listening to her.
In the wrong place. It was all Papanemo's fault, of course. Though, he'd sooner swallow his staff than it... You know him, Kuplo Kop?
Well, not exactly, but we did once share a carriage. Isn't that right?
Oh, you're one of those Moogles from the very beginning.
How are the readings?
Same as the last. There is a disturbance here as well, and newly manifested at that. Duplo cop seems convinced of your innocence. But if this isn't your doing, whose is it?
That's what I came to find out.
Ever since the calamity, the forest's been really sensitive. The slightest disruption to the etheric flow. And this sort of thing happens.
This doesn't sound good. That looks like an angry tree. That's a lot of angry trees.
It seems we have little choice.
You're not wrong, little boy. You're not really a boy, but whatever. All right. Do you want to get eaten? Hit him harder. I'm trying. Yeah, once I end the stream tonight, I am going to spend a little time in here fixing my keybinds and my some of my other my hotbars, so that's a little easier for me to handle, because I keep forgetting I can't use this over here like I normally do. That Frenzied Elm's level 12. Oh great, now there's frenzied bulbs. If you value your life, stay close. I'm not far from you, little toddler. And that's more trees coming in to attack me. Well done, we're almost there. There we go. Woohoo! We beat it. 25 minutes to go. And his eyes are no longer red. Ooh, rock candy. Has it been more than 5 seconds? And it's floating. Must be the good rock candy.
Hear, feel, think.
Oh no, the voices are back. And it's a meteor shower. And the meteor shower stopped, apparently.
Crystal Bearer.
I guess that's me. Are you the one talking to me?
I am Hydaelyn, all made one.
You know, for something this powerful, I thought you'd be bigger.
A light there once was that shone throughout this realm, yet it hath since grown dim.
Okay.
And as it hath faltered, so hath darkness risen up in its stead, presaging an end to life. For the sake of all,
Is that another one?
beseech thee, deliver us from this fate.
A lot of you little crystals.
The power to banish the darkness dwelleth in the crystals of light. Journey forth and lay claim to them.
Okay. Oh. You're the one that's talking to me. That makes far more sense. It's the big crystal.
By thy deeds shall the crystals reveal themselves to thee.
Okay.
Only believe, for the light liveth in thy heart.
Do I have a choice in this? I don't think I do. Oh, wait, she could do it. Oh, and she's gone. Wait, what about that guy? And he's gone. Oh, and now I'm launching off.
Go now, my child, and shine thy light
Wait.
on all creation.
Did I just get adopted? By a crystal? Ah! Moogle! Gosh, how long was I out? It's nighttime.
You fainted. A surfeit of ether, no doubt.
Why does everyone say that?
And what have we here?
You only just now spotted that thing? I had to have been out for at least an hour.
Our culprit, it would seem, an Ixal. And no ordinary Ixal either. A chieftain.
Okay, so it's an important featherless
They
bird
would
man.
venture this deep into enemy territory. The beastman may indeed be acting under orders.
Okay.
This is Papalimo. We found
How
the
are we
culprit.
feeling then?
It was an Ixal
Better?
chieftain.
Good.
Yes, we'll seek Brother Esumian's cooperation in the matter. Ida?
Giant
Oh,
crystals.
loud.
Can't say I've seen
Much the
any.
same as always.
Are you sure you're feeling better?
Mostly.
Understood. Over and out. Kuplokop, please bear word of these developments to Brother Esumian. We shall soon return to give a full report.
Understood. Over and out. Kupo!
Here is where we part ways. Till next time, take care.
Next time. You mean I'm gonna run into you guys again? Yes.
I think that sword might be a clue. You should definitely pull it out and take it back to the Bannock.
Okay, thank you.
You don't suppose that adventurer could see Kuplokop, do you?
And this occurs to you now?
That's actually a very good question. Why did it only just now
Yes.
occur to you?
It seemed that way. will tell.
I mean,
Well,
I know not
time will
everyone
have to,
can.
Because you
but-
won't. You never tell me what's really going on. Unless you don't know what's going on either.
You'd like that, wouldn't you?
Oh, they seem to be getting along just fine. I heard a weird beep there. Hang on. Okay, check. It's been a bit, so let me check the chat. Okay. Artsy says, I must say I like the funny tropes this makes fun of from time to time. Haven't seen that many angry trees since The Wizard of Oz. Book says, where's a match when you need one? Exactly. Artsy says, ooh, spoopies with sparkles. Or like a least shinier. Weird disembodied voice need to be shiny. Oh my goodness, I just realized she sounds like the staff lady from Aladdin 3. I'll have to check that link out later. And Artsy says, if I could be a Final Fantasy character, I'd want to be a Moogle. I could see that. Alright, now we just gotta take this back to Galfred. Galfred? Galfred. That's how you gotta say this guy's name. Galfred. I probably should stop and do some of these hunting logs, things I'm passing. Because each of these you see where it's got the icon above them kind of looks like a Wi-Fi signal. It's the best description I can give for that. That's technically, I can kill those to add to my hunting log, which will get me more experience points. Not that I need a ton of experience points at the moment. All right, Galfred. I found out what's been causing you all these issues. Jack, it's good to see you back. One of our patrols sent word that you had been spotted doing battle with enraged tree ants. I am relieved to find you none the worse for the experience. But tell me, what were you able to discover at Lifeman Stump? This blade right here. Featherless birdmen are your problem. Sword in the stump? And a dead Ixal? Oh, hang on. I do not... I set this up a little on the wrong side. Apply that auto advance to only voice dialogue. Okay. I can say with absolute certainty that this blade is of Ixali origin. It is of a kind used exclusively in the Beastman's rituals. The Ixali rarely set foot in the Central Shroud, so tight is our guard over the area. What purpose could have driven them to take such a risk? I fear something is afoot. What's that? A dubious couple sporting peculiar spectacles? Ha 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 ha! There's that cold. So you have finally been acquainted with Ida and Papalimo. Lay your suspicion to rest. Gridania counts them among her staunchest allies. Both are scholars hailing from a distant land and have been with us since before the calamity. Their garb may appear outlandish and their exchanges baffling, but never once have they given us cause to doubt them. Indeed, they often assist the gods Quiver and Wood Whalers in their work, much as I hope you will in the days to come, Jack. Although our unknown visitor eludes us still, owing to your efforts, we have acquired important intelligence on the Ixali threat. You have my gratitude. We are fortunate indeed to have a capable adventurer such as you aiding us. I pray you will continue to serve the people of Gridania in whatever capacity you are able. And that one's done. Woohoo! I'm now level 10! But I'm not going to go immediately back to the guy yet. Galfred, chief instructor of the Bannock, wishes you to collect Chigoe egg sacs. Why? Jack, injuries to several of my men have left me short-handed, and I require a capable sort to complete their unfinished duty. The task is simple. Put down as many of the local Chigoe population as necessary to acquire 3 of their egg sacs. Having done so, you are to deliver them to Moranguin at Gilbert Spire. He will answer any inquiries you might have. Now I have business to attend to. So I gotta go kill these Chigoes? Chigoes? I don't even know what these things are. But there's one right over there, apparently. I can see the little icon. Yeah, any of these that's got the little icon of the kind of fireball thing, those are ones I gotta kill for the quest. What is this thing before I attack it? Is it an insect? Oh, it's a giant fly. Kill the fly! Okay. More of them over here. Kill the fly, kill the fly, kill the fly. Alright, that's the third fly down. I say it's a fly. It might be more of a mosquito. Mosquito. Skeeter, whatever you want to call it. Okay, Monranguin. Ah, you must be the adventurer standing in for our injured companions. Terribly unfortunate business, that. Yes, here are your egg sacs. In a sack. It seems, however, you had little trouble gathering the egg sacs in their stead. It seems, however, that you had little trouble gathering egg sacs in their stead. Excellent work. I shall have them sent over to the Trappers League immediately. Lest you wonder, the egg sacs are not destined for the dinner table. Members of the Twin Adder and the Wood Whalers are assisting the League by collecting the samples they need to check for signs of sickness. The Chigoe, you see, is one of the few creatures capable of transmitting the disease known as the Creeping Death. Until relatively recently, any human, who contracted this ghastly illness would almost invariably perish. Indeed, a single outbreak once claimed the lives of a third of the Huron population here in Gridania. That was a long time ago, of course. With the medicines available to us now, the Creeping Death is not the killer it once was. Even so, it is best to halt any new outbreaks before they occur. Thus, we gather Chigoe eggs at a regular basis in order to assist the Trappers League on their ongoing research. Your timely assistance is most appreciated. Well, that was cool. And I got my first achievement. Let's read what that was. Once it comes up. Storyteller, complete 10 unique quests. All right. Artsy Steph says, do. And, oh, cool, murder. And then, oh, ick. Okay, I'm less weird about killing giant bugs. Go get them. Yeah, bugs. Always unfortunate. Surveying the damage. See, I can actually see early on what my option, what I might actually be able to get for the quest. So on this one, I can either get an Allegan bronze piece, which is basically you trade in for money. A hempen cowl, which is available for all classes, though that would not be very helpful to me. Or a hempen acton, which is more helpful to me. I may go with that. I'll accept the quest. Oh, I didn't read the thing. Oh well. Such an embarrassing turn of events. I sent a recruit from the Bannock on a surveying expedition only for the Craven to turn tail and flee at the first sign of trouble. This is not how we treat requests from the Conjurers. and as such, it was such a poor showing weren't bad enough. The lily-livered half-wit was left behind the surveying equipment provided by Hero Pauline herself. While I attempted to instill some backbone into this so-called soldier, would you mind recovering the survey gear and returning it to Hero Pauline at Gabinot's Bower? According to my recruit's tale of woe, there should be a set of survey records, a surveyor's rope, and 2 boxes of surveyor's instruments strewn about the interior of a cave to the south of here. It's a wonder the dang fool didn't lose his boots. Matron, watch over you. Okay, so it's down here, you say. In a cave, you say. Was it this cave? I bet it was this cave. With these giant spiders. You know what? I don't want you to attack me without me first getting a couple hits off. And then there's another. A bog Yarzon, or what these things are called. I call them spiders. Alright, there's the survey records. And I can see the instruments just right down the way there. And I don't trust you not to attack me, Mr. Spider. So I'm going to sting you from as far away as I can. Try to take you out. Now we can grab the surveyor's instruments. And some surveyor's rope here. And there's some other instruments over there. Yeah, and I don't want you to mess with me, buddy. Lucky boy. Yeah, sit down and stay out of my way. And now I'm level 11. And of course, can't just stay out of my way, can you, Bog Yarzon? Okay, Gabinot's Bower is over here. And I am down here. I should be able to turn... I can go up and take this path over here. So that's what I'll do. Really? Do you have to attack me? Must you attack me? Do you want to die that badly, Mr. Bog Yarzon? Alright, now I don't have to worry about you. I'm probably going to keep going for another 40 minutes, and then I'll pack it in for the evening. All right. This Gabinot's. This looks like a Gabinot's. Gabinot's Bower. And you must be Pauline. Yes, may I assist you with some matter? Here's your records, your instruments, and your rope. Oh, but this is the equipment I left with the soldiers at the Bannock. Fled at the first sign of danger, you say? I see. Well, all is not lost. It appears the recruit managed to complete the surveying assignment. The records are actually quite detailed. With the changes wrought by the Calamity, I thought it wise to send the Order of the Twin Adder on a number of expeditions to map the region's topography. As fortune would have it, the officers saw these tasks as an excellent opportunity to train inexperienced soldiers. We could no longer rely on our past knowledge of the Twelves Wood. If we are to survive these troubled times, we must reacquaint ourselves with our surroundings, that we may better discern the threats we face. Stay vigilant, adventurer. Well, thank you, and I will take that because it gives me better stats. Let's see, none of these are any better, no. But this has got better stats. It doesn't look better, but it's got better stats. We can look better later. Ooh. A maple longbow when I complete this one. Pauline at Gabino's Bower needs an adventurer to cull the growing Anole population, as well as gather one of the Scalekin's eggs. I hesitate to make such a dangerous request, but might you assist us in thinning the number of Anoles at Naked Rock? In our efforts to commune with the elementals, we conjurers often find ourselves in the area. Of late, however, our meditations have all too frequently been interrupted by unprovoked Anole attacks. Truly, the beasts grow more aggressive by the day. Their numbers have continued to grow since the advent of the 7th Umbral Era, you see, forcing packs of the Scalekin to come down from the mountains in search of food. If you could slay a handful of the beasts, that should lessen their need to hunt and also serve as a warning to the Anoles to remain within their territory. But I am afraid you must do more than thin the existing population. If we are to truly break the spiraling growth, then we must also target their future offspring. Bring me one of their eggs, and you will have played your part in returning balance to the area of the forest. So we've got to go grab an Anole egg and slay 3 of them. And they are just east of here. We can just assume I can follow this path here to get there. And so we pass these microchews. Now, an Anole, I think, yeah, it's these little velociraptor dudes. And I'm going to be killing a lot more than 3 of them, I bet. Just call it Giant Bug Experimentation Quest. Except they're not bugs. They're lizards. It's 1 down. I'm going to have to take out a lot more to get up there just to survive. Yeah, I recognize I read extermination wrong earlier. Can I get over there without triggering that? I mean, I'll have to get this one, yes, but... There's the Anole egg. And there's still 3 of these dudes up here. Come on, Anoles. I think there's somebody else doing this quest. I hear him out there. Got my egg. Is there somebody else over here? I don't see anybody. Huh, oh well. Whee! Whee! I didn't jump. Oh, you typoed because your brain wasn't braining? I get it. do get that. All right, Pauline. Here's your egg. Ah, you have returned. Now might my brothers and sisters continue their meditations undisturbed. You have my thanks. As for the egg, may I ask you to deliver it to Sub Kamazan? Kamazam? Give it to Sue for me at the Bannock. Anole eggs are both large and filled with nutrients, the perfect meal for a soldier. She will be more than a little pleased to see you, I should imagine. Yeah, I'll take this to Sue. Running, running, running. Keep those legs running. Something, something, something right. I'm carrying a lizard egg back to the Bannock so they can make breakfast right on time. I think I turned too early. I'll have to cut through the woods. I should have been paying better attention to my map. Oh well, it's right here. I'm almost there now. Da-ba-ba-da-bum-bum. Oh, Tsu! Sukam! Who goes there? Oh, Jack, it's you. Another delivery? This is the first one I brought to you, ma'am. I'm not certain I should be the one to buy Nafika. That's an Anole egg. The troops will be glad indeed to see one of these at the table. And you say Hero Pauline sent you on this errand? I hear the Anoles are more numerous than ever, yet you appear to have managed the task with your skin intact. Your skill and bravery continue to amaze me, Jack. Why, thank you. I will take my maple longbow. And we got us a better bow. And it's a bigger bow. Oh, Galfried, you got any work for me? Artsy says, dude, imagine a giant dino omelet, though, with bacon or fried spam. Sounds amazing. I'd take sausage over spam, but I get what you're saying. Jack, thank the gods you've come. We have a potential crisis on our hands. Happens all the time around here, it seems like. And I would appreciate your assistance. Will you hear me out? I suppose. Galfried, chief instructor at the Bannock, would entrust you with the task of investigating Spirit Hold. Listen well, for we haven't much time. To the southeast of here lies a dungeon known as Spirit Hold. It was all but destroyed during the calamity. Desiring to offer the ruins back to the forest, a hero ventured inside to carry out the rite of returning. Alas, it would seem something has gone awry. Word arrived just moments ago that the hero and his guards have been attacked by a towering shadow. Aye, you heard me true. A shadow. On any other day, I would dispatch my best quivermen to provide support, but I sent them to repel an Exali incursion in the West Shroud nary a bell ago. The timing of these events cannot be mere coincidence. I fear the Ixal somehow caught wind of our plans and are attempting to disrupt the rite in an effort to weaken the bond between man and elemental. They must not be allowed to succeed, and so I bid you go to Spirit Hold and do whatever is necessary to resolve the situation. Please say you will help us. I knew you would not let me down. You will have all the support I can muster. Now, we are racing against time, so you had better make haste. Okay, we shall make haste. To Spirit Hold. Once I figure out how to get out of here. To the north. Turn here. So they called it a dungeon. This is not a dungeon in the RPG sense. Or I guess it kind of is. This is not an instance dungeon. This is just an area around here that's in the shape of a dungeon in an old ruined castle. We won't get to our first quote-unquote dungeon until after we have done a lot of other stuff. Normally around level 15, but considering we're level 12, I have a feeling we'll be over-leveled by then. But here we are at Spirit Hold. I gotta talk to Alliston up there before I can go in. Who goes there? An adventurer, is it? Here at the Instructor Galfred's request, you say, thank the matron. Doubtless you already know this, but a towering shadow manifested without warning and attacked the hearer in the midst of the rite. Most of his party has been successfully evacuated, but 5 remain unaccounted for. Please find them and see them out of harm's way. So I gotta save 5 people. Music is spoopy. Hi, Trickster Imp? I'm just gonna go ahead and take you out. A great shadow towering over me. What in the 12's good grace? An adventure? Then you must save the hearer. Galfred sent you? I am no longer of use here. Please help the hearer in my stead. Okay, I'm gonna have to take you out. Ah, Valfine, away I say, I defy you, I defy you. Oh, an adventure. We were ambushed in the midst of our ritual. And then I'm not sure what happened. You dare attack me while I'm talking to a dude, Trickster Imp? That's just not cool. Not cool at all. See, the Sylphids know not to bother me. You were sent to help? I fear you are too late. The ritual has failed. I must needs return to Gridania. The Seed Seers must know of this. Hi. Bye. And while you're here, Bucky boy, let's take you out too before I help this other adventurer, this other conjurer, I mean. That thing was no elemental, but a being born of darkness. The hearer languishes alone in the depths. You must help him. Okay, let's go save the hearer. Oh, I see him there. It's not that far in, thankfully. Dude, how are you feeling? Duty calls. Commence battle for Spirit Hold broken. Level sync is in effect. All right, we got another one of these single-player instances. Oh, it's one of you guys. O mournful voice of creation, grant me this humble stone of soul, that it may wake to life. Oh. It's a golem. It's a big golem. And I can't see said golem. So from time to time you'll see marks on the ground that tell me where an attack's about to land. So I try to stay out of those. We call those danger puddles. You get out of the danger puddles as soon as you can. Will you go die already? Thank you. That the golem would be vanquished. That man is no ordinary adventurer. And he's gone. Darnation, he has eluded us yet again. Oh, fancy meeting you here. How are things? Hang on, got a headache. Whatever was that? Shh, more birds. That makes how many times today? 7? Oh. Their movements are beyond our fathoming. Do you think maybe they're trying to summon their primal? I hope not, for all our sakes, yet we must be prepared for their worst. Withered, the same fate has befallen Emerald Moss. As we feared, Dalamud's anomaly is affecting life in the Twelveswood. This is a big flashback. You mean the disturbances in the etheric flow? The very same. The Garleans have a lot to answer for. The imbalance they have created is plunging the land into chaos, just as Louis Soif forewarned. It's no wonder the primals have started appearing. Time is against us, and there's still hope for this land. But there's still hope for this land. We must hold fast to that hope and fight to the very last. Agreed. What? Stupid things. These stupid things happen to be the very latest in Sharlayan innovation. Show some respect. But they're so uncomfortable and ugly. If you ask me, they're an improvement over that mask of yours. I'd like to point out, if you hadn't caught this, she's wearing whatever these glasses tools things is over her mask. Okay, just wanted to make that out. Hard to believe it's already been 5 whole years, isn't it? Already? 5 years is but a heartbeat in the life of the planet. I suppose you're right. Now that I think about it, the Twelveswood's barely recovered at all, and the Gridanians still have the same old problems. Aye, along with some new ones. Just in case the Ixal and Garuda weren't troublesome enough, the Sylphs had to go and invite Ramuh, didn't they? Do you think about those adventurers who fought alongside us? I do. And then 5 years seems like an ages. I wonder what became of them. More like a... That's a nice thing, I guess. Surprise. Ida, look! Golly! And this is what exactly? Yet another disturbance in the ether, and freshly manifested at that. Seems to be emanating from Lifeman's stump. We must hurry. Visions of the past. Are you all right? Your eyes glazed over for a while there. The good news is that the hearer is unharmed. Somewhat dazed, yes, but whole of mind and body. The bad news concerns everything else. Lest you forget, the Twelveswood is the domain of the elementals. It is by their leave that man abides in the forest and avails himself of its bounty. The ground which the dungeon occupies is no different. Having no more use of the dungeon, the Gridanians sent a hearer to offer the place back to the elementals by way of the right of returning, which is essentially an expression of gratitude. Alas, he failed to complete the ritual for obvious reasons. While the poor soul cannot be blamed for this, the fact remains that unless the elementals are given their due, they may well consider it a slight. And the very last thing the Gridanians can afford to do is, in these uncertain times, is risk alienating the Twelveswood's eternal guardians. But you have more than done your part. We shall see the hero to safety and send for his peers to finish the rite. In the meantime, please make your way outside and report to Alistan. Ah, but where are my manners? I am Papalymo, and the tactless woman beside me here is... Ida. Papalymo and I are surveying the Twelveswood together. Pleased to meet you. Ida, give me a hand, would you? Wait, there's something familiar about you. Could it be that you are... No, never mind. Doubtless my eyes are playing tricks. Till we meet again. Go back out and report to Alistan. Ooh, it's daytime again. Leave me alone! Boy, you really wanted to fight, don't you? See, you should have just let me go. All this happened inside Spirithold? 12 preserve us. Who was the masked mage, and by what dark ambition is he driven? So many things shrouded in mystery. Well, I shan't find any answers on my own. I must needs discuss this with Galfried. The matter warrants a full investigation. If I am any judge, and that shall certainly be my recommendation. Your courage has saved many lives this day, adventurer. For this, you have my deepest gratitude. Pray, return to Gridania and seek out Mune. I understand she wishes to thank you for your efforts on our behalf. At some point, I need to go do my next level quest. My next class quest, I mean. Artsy stuff says, ah yes, there's always the edgelords in the background. And then Saints preserve us. Oh, if we're going back to Gridania, let's take the shortcut. And I think this is going to be about where I stop her for tonight. Because this is going to be a pretty good stopping point. After I talk to Mother Mew. Welcome back, Jack. A little bird tells me that the Here and his party owe you their lives. A tale for the tavern if ever there were one. It is only a shame that I must ask you not to tell it. For the time being, at least. Do I make myself clear? Until the Hearers have made their will on the matter known, it would be best to avoid unsettling people with stories of walking statues. Now then, you must have suitable recompense for your valiant service. For the first half of your reward, I give you leave to make use of the accommodations here at the Guild. Arrangements have been made, so all you need to do is speak with Antoineau whenever you crave the comfort of a firm bed and a soft pillow. Inn rooms are now available. For the second half of your reward, I offer you another path to fame and fortune, Guild Leaves. Guild Leaves are records of the various requests we receive from the citizenry. They outline all manner of tasks which ambitious young adventurers like you can elect to undertake. Gontran is our Guild Leave official and leave meet here at the Carline Canopy. I have spoken with him regarding your knack for solving challenging problems, and he is eager to make your acquaintance. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be visiting him a whole lot. By the way, have you perchance heard about the coming festival? It is truly a splendid occasion. Looked forward to by young and old alike, and one I hardly recommend that you take the time to enjoy. Don't be too disappointed if your recent troubles cast a shadow over proceedings. However, I fear nothing short of the mysterious interloper's apprehension can prevent that. But we were talking about you, Jack. You have made Mother proud. I expect great things of you, young man. Thank you. You now have access to recommendations. This feature displays a list of quests and duties currently available in your area. Yeah, that usually comes up from time to time. So, we're going to come over here to the innkeep and retire to our inn room. So there's a couple cool things you can do in here. Most of this is not unlocked for me yet, such as the Orchestrion, where you can listen to different game music. Summoning Bell to summon retainers so you can check the market boards. Haven't unlocked that in here yet. The Crystal Bell, which will call the Aesthetician, so you can get change hairstyles. Once again, I have not unlocked that yet. The Glamour Dresser and Armoire allows you to very quickly pick gear look, so that you're, say, if I had a different look that I wanted, but wanted to use this gear, I can use the Glamour Dresser to change the appearance of the armor while keeping the stats. And then this Unending Journey here actually allows me to go back and watch any cutscene in the game I want to watch. So the main thing, though, we're here for, though, is the comfy feather bed. In which, if we hit log out from here, which you don't have to log out from here. You can actually log out from over here on the menu too. But if you log out from here, you do get this nice little animation as you go to bed. and you'll get to a wake-up animation after that. And it takes me back to the Dawn Trail thing, but alright. I am going to see if I can find my Twitch people somebody to raid. I know it won't be Book because the Book was in here at least a few minutes ago, assuming he's not still. I think I'll go with Aki and Fam as they are doing a 24-hour stream, I think, right now. I don't know if it's for, like, fundraiser or something, but definitely say hi to them. And, thank y'all once again. Monday, we will be back here, me and Jacob, to review Dragon Ball Sleeping Princess and Devil's Castle, our first episode of Dragonwary. So join us for that. We'll go ahead and start raid. Y'all don't need to see that cutscene. Not yet, anyway. And y'all have a great evening.